I end up, after graduate school, working as a consultant. Now, think about that. I had no business experience. I go to the MBA program at Harvard. Think of the poor guy that hired me. But boy, did I learn fast. I mean, I was learning really fast, which is why I wanted to be in consulting, because I wanted to be on a speed route to get exposed to different companies. And one thing that came through loud and clear on everything I did, it was always about people. So while you're studying these fantastic STEM courses and you're on the career path, don't forget your development as a person and as a leader, a manager, somebody that's going to run a group. It's going to sometimes determine how you'll survive in your job, because people have to work for you. They got to feel good about you. And I ended up in the financial business, the investment business, which was quite extraordinary. Salomon Brothers was one of the largest investment banks in the world. I served in Chicago, San Francisco, and 3 years in Japan, all of Asia, in fact. The entire time learning about people, what it takes to motivate, reward, hire, and fire. You can't avoid any of that when you're in your job. Maybe you'll be running a company, maybe you'll be running a research team. I don't know. But it will boil down in many meaningful ways to people. While I thought I could do a number of things, and I was pretty good in math, and I love science because I always played with stuff. I'd take things apart, I'd put it back together, and I wonder, why did this happen? So I said, you know what? I'm not sure what I'm going to do for a living, but if I can study math and science and collectively put something together here, it might lead me to something later on. So I decided to major in engineering. Wow, that got my attention. I found that studying in the math and science, and in this case the engineering world, really got me focused on where would this go? So somewhere along the way, I had to make a decision about what kind of engineering it was. I love bridges. I'm fascinated by buildings and structure, right? So I decided to major in civil engineering. Well, my career in civil engineering was 2 summers. That's it. 2 summers. I thought the ability to understand math, financial, and analytics might actually fit pretty well in the business world, but I also knew that I had some, I guess, basic skills that I thought would translate pretty well, some of the people stuff. I decided somewhere in that area that going on and getting an MBA and getting a business degree would perhaps go in the direction I wanted to go. The reason I mention that story is because I really believe where you are now, there's a good chance you're going to do something very different. You don't know where the road's going to lead. The most important thing is the preparation you're going to have for that change. You're going to have the education and the experience of working with others and being pushed and being pulled. That's going to prepare you for whatever's ahead. And a friend or somebody that comes along or a mentor or somebody that you meet gets you inspired to do something else. And then it takes you down a new road, and that's great. But you're prepared for it because you've been here, you've been around great teachers, other students, and you're constantly learning. As I listen to you all talk about what you're studying, it's extraordinary. It really is, and the opportunities that I see ahead suggest that you will be making an impact in meaningful ways. You've got a chance to serve your fellow people. You will earn a very good living for yourself and your families. When I think about life, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, growing up, and what I experienced, and what our generation is leaving to all of you, we're leaving you with a lot of mess. I'm not taking a political position here. I'm just telling you, I wish my generation would be putting on the plate a lot better circumstance so that all of you, no matter what party you're in and how you believe, you could actually come together and talk and solve a problem. Like I could sit down with you this afternoon and we could talk about something like immigration, gun control, put the topic on the table and walk out of the room as friends and maybe even have a couple solutions. So what I'm counting on is all of you, and I don't mean waiting 20 years, I mean now. Wake up with your friends. Your generation has to help make things happen. Don't wait and discover that whether it's climate change, whether it's, I don't care what the issue is, but don't assume it's going to get solved for you. It doesn't. You solve things yourself, okay? And you're going to be the best prepared of anybody in generations to solve some of these problems.